Welcome back to Sportsnite Niagara. I'm your host, Jeremy White. We'll stay on the women's hockey routine and welcome in head coach Chris McKenzie of the women's hockey team. We just talked to one of your players, Frances McPhail, and got her opinions of you as a coach. And she said her weakness was hands. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, everyone can always get better at hands. I think my biggest area of improvement for Frances would be just staying out of the penalty box. She enjoys taking penalties, and you know, I don't enjoy when she takes them. Right.
Well, first season as head coach at Niagara at your alma mater. How does it feel, other than the frustration when players take penalties?
Right. Oh, it's coming back home. It's just been great for myself, my family. My wife's enjoying it. She's adjusting a bit. She's not from this area, but she's really starting to enjoy it. And you know, it's kind of surreal. It hasn't really sunk in that I'm back home. It's just kind of like I'm back in college again, almost.
Well, last week we talked about men's hockey with Dave Burkholder, and you played men's hockey. So what are the differences between the men's game and the women's game?
The difference is, well, there's a physicality to it. You can't just run people over and check people, and there's no boarding and that kind of thing. But I would tell you that it does actually get pretty rough out there. You know, the difference is, really, it's the same game, just minus physicality. Really, that would be it.
What kind of coaching style would you say that you have? Who have you tried to emulate in the way that you coach and the way that you approach trying to teach student athletes?
I've tried to draw from all experiences of different coaches I've had. I had some real strict disciplinarians. I've had some real good people that cared for me, players, coaches, if you will. Try to be a combination of everything that I liked, and I always try to remember what it was like to be a college hockey player and remember that, and then try to deal with the players accordingly, I guess.
All right. Well, things seem to be working. 8-4, best start for the program since 2002-2003. What's really been the key this season?
Take it day by day. Really, as cliche as that sounds, we're a team that really we could have a record that's much worse, and we could also have a record that's much better. So where we are is probably where we should be, and we're looking to get better. But you know, the approach is just improve every day and pay attention to details that win games.
What's the next step for this season? If you're talking about, you know, it's been a good start so far, how do you sustain it? How do you keep going with it?
Well, I think we need to learn to handle our success better, and I said that to the team last weekend. We had a great game, won 7-2. Same team came back the next night and beat us 5-3. So handling that success, learning that other teams are going to adjust to what we do and be prepared for that. And don't change our approach just because we won. Let's not take it easy on ourselves. Let's actually push ourselves harder.
As a former player, how difficult is it to not do that? Because on the professional level, you'll hear, don't read the press clippings. And even at any collegiate level or anything, you win a game 7-2, even if you don't actively think about taking it a little easier, do you end up doing it and not even realize it, and that's why the coaches are there?
Yeah. You can, and actually I don't think our team took it too easy. Maybe they were just a little nervous, and maybe they were expecting a bigger and better team to come out of come out against us, and they maybe were actually a little nervous last time out. But for, you know, is there really? I think there's no recipe other than it's experience, just to go through it and learn from it. So, you know, hopefully this weekend coming up, we have a top 10 team coming into our building. We can learn from that and get better and go beat them twice.
Right. Well, last week we got on the telestrator with Coach Dave Burkholder, and it was interesting to see a coach actually break down game film, and we have it once again. So if you would, what did you bring, and what are we going to be watching?
Well, we brought a goal here against Colgate, and this was probably, in my opinion, the most important goal of the game. They had just scored, and they were pressing us in our zone. And if we roll it right now, you'll see we're working in the D zone here, and there's going to be a turnover. They're going to shoot the puck here, and it's going to get blocked. And out of the zone, here we go. We're about to get going, and we chip it out, and we have a defenseman joining the rush, which is something we've been concentrating on. If we pause right here, you'll see this person right here is Leah Whitaker. She's a defenseman, and we're going to have Frances McPhail, who was just on the air with you, drive the net, and that's something we've really worked on this year, and she does a great job of it. This is a great quality of her. She's a very intense player. And then Jenna Hendricks has the puck, and she's going to enter the zone wide to about this area right here and make a decision. And what's going to happen is you'll see Leah's going to follow up to this area here, and it's going to cause kind of a triangle, and we call that an attack triangle, and that's kind of a common hockey theme. And you'll see when we get to that point there, we're going to end up throwing it at the net and just basically crashing the net for a rebound. With people driving the net, you'll see it causes space behind us, and any time in the NHL you hear people talking about that. They love playing with players that create space and drive the net hard. So that's kind of what's going on. So let's roll it. I'll clear that out. You see they're coming to the net. Shot goes, little rebound, bang, rebound's popped in. Fortunate, the red light goes on, which I always like, right there, and we're good to go.
So that would be, as we say it, just how you drew it up.
Yeah, it's all coaching, right?
Right.
It wouldn't be the people that actually put the skates on and go out there.
Well, you're obviously doing well with the women's hockey team. You also had a career with the men's hockey team on the first ever men's hockey team, or the first ever class. What does that mean to you to have been a part of that as well?
It's something special. Being a part of anything that starts off, there was a lot of history behind what we did. It's something I'm very proud of, and it was the playing chapter of my life at Niagara. I'm in the coaching chapter now, and it's different, and I enjoy it. And you know, the programs, both programs, women's and men's, are more established now. And when I was there back then, it was a lot more novelty to everything, and it was an exciting time. And you know, to have Greg Gardner, a former teammate, he's coaching on the men's team, be there. We reminisce quite a bit, but it's you know, it's just a great experience, and it's continuing every day for me.
Well, from one phase, playing phase, to the coaching phase, to the next, best of luck. Stick around.
Thank
We've
you.
got the Tim Hortons I Want to Know segment coming up with
Wow.
some questions for Coach McKenzie. Stay tuned to Sportsnite Niagara.